Self-Care Saturday. Welcome. Thanks for joining in. Make sure if you like what you're watching that you hit that subscribe bell button so that you can always be notified when I go live, or not go live, but when I'm back on here and talking fun self-care tips for you. So let's go ahead and get started. Today we're going to talk about self-sabotaging. Do you know that everybody is, well, first of all, everyone is conditioned to in a certain kind of way. We're all programmed. Our mind is like software, okay? And it's built on experiences and different life happenings, right? Things that just happen in our life. And so what's cool is that you can always reprogram, you can always update a software, you can always change it up if you need to, you can make it better. That's what Apple does all the time with our phones. If you're an iPhone user, is they're always downloading the best version so that you can have the most optimal experience ever with your phone. And I'm sure Android does that, everyone does that. And so why are you not doing it for yourself? Because your brain is a software. And so how can you reprogram it, or how can you update it so that you are always having the best version of yourself? Okay, so that's my question for you. Now, did you know that we all have, like, let's just say for symbolism, we all have an internal thermometer, okay? We all have an internal thermometer, and when you get sick, you get a fever, right? It's your body fighting so that you can fight off whatever sickness there is. And that's normal. We all know that. That's just what happens, okay? Now, let's talk about an internal thermometer for being the best version of you, because that's what we're here for, is we're here to be the best version of ourselves. We're here to live out our lives every day to the fullest. That's what we want, maybe. That's what I want. Just say, for instance, that your homeostasis, your baseline, your comfort zone, we'll call it comfort zone, is 68 degrees. Now, I just heard all of this. I'm getting this information. I should do a little shout out because I am getting some of this information from Gay Hendricks off of The Big Leap. And then I'm also getting this from Tony Robbins in a challenge that he has been doing. And so these are two of my sources that I'm getting some of this information from, but also I'm pulling in my own information. So we all have like a comfort zone, and so if we say that our comfort zone is 68 degrees, right, here's your comfort zone, you have the ability to go down and you have the ability to go up, right? And so that's what happens when you're reprogramming. You can always either stay where you're at and the programming maybe can falter or get worse, or it can get damaged, or you can upgrade your software and you can move up, you can get better. So here's what happens is every person has a threshold. They have a bottom threshold and they have a top threshold. Okay, they're able to either go this far down or this far up. And if you have the tools, the right tools, you can actually go further. You can expand, okay? And you can make yourself even better. But sometimes that's really hard to do if you don't have the right tools, or you're not in the right state of mind, if you have things like working against you that you're not prepared to fight. So here's your comfort zone, and everybody lives in their comfort zone with what they're comfortable with. So where you're at right now is what you are comfortable with, okay? And if you get to a point, you get to your threshold down here to where you're not comfortable anymore, your body sends a response and says, hey, you're supposed to be up here. What are you doing down here? We need to fix this. And that's when breakthroughs happen, or that's when things happen where we're like, okay, I've had enough. I'm done. I'm moving on. And so you move on, right? And so here's what happens is you get to a low point, or you hit rock bottom. Sometimes people call it rock bottom. So you hit a version of rock bottom for you, and you get down here and you're like, okay, I can't do this anymore. I have to do something. I have to change. Something has to give, right? So we start improving. Okay, so we've hit our threshold, our bottom threshold. We hit our comfort zone. Now, what happens is you have momentum because you're so excited that you're actually moving up. You're changing. You're getting better. You're improving. You're so excited, and so you get up here and you hit your top threshold. If you don't have tools to get you past that threshold, you will come back to your comfort zone, or you'll go back to rock bottom, depending on where your tools are. Okay, depending on how many strategies you have and how many things that you have to fight wherever you need to be. Okay, and this is our thermometer, right? And a lot of it goes back to your belief. Okay, do you believe that you can do it, or do you believe that you can't? And so if you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you probably can't. And so that saying really is true for this. So here we go. We've come up here to our threshold, and we no longer have tools to go further. So here's what happens is you start self-sabotaging. Okay, I can't do this. This is ridiculous. Who thought, why did I even think I could do this? Oh my gosh. I'm not ready for this. Bop, 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 bop. And you're back down to your comfort zone. Okay, and this is where we can live. We can live in comfort. We can live here, and you know what? People get here and they're like, okay, you know what? I'm content. I'm fine. But I'm done. We're good. I'm here. I'm good. I really don't need to go any further. I definitely don't want to be here again, but I don't need to be up here. I'm fine. I'm fine exactly where I'm at. No problem. Okay? Unless you're like, what? No, I'm better than this. So you go back up. Okay? Now here's what has to happen is you have to expand your thinking. You have to expand your tools. You have to expand your mindset. And that can be tough if you're not in the right state of mind, if you're not surrounded by people who are going to support you, if you're maybe not eating healthy or exercising or doing something for yourself. It depends on whatever stress is around you, okay? So my self-care tip for you is, if you're at your comfort zone, great, okay? But if you want out of your comfort zone, do something to get yourself there, okay? Do something to push you a little bit out of that comfort zone, because when you expand or grow with that growth mindset, if you grow even a little bit, your baseline changes and now you're here. So if you started at 68 degrees, maybe push yourself to 75 degrees. Make this your new comfort zone. Make this where you want to be. And when you get here, go up. Make it to 85 degrees. Make this your comfort zone. And just keep going in little bits at a time. If you do all of it at once, it's really easy to get back down to rock bottom. But if you take the elephant one bite at a time, you'll get there. Story time for me, okay? I know myself, and I know mentally inside of my mind, I am strong in a lot of areas, but I'm weak in others. And I know where my self-sabotaging happens. And I run away, or I hide, or I flight. Okay, that's my mechanism is I flight and then hide. And so I've been in a moment where I knew this was coming. I didn't know when it was going to happen, but it kind of just hit me in the face, and I started self-sabotaging and getting back to my comfort zone. And I've been a little bit under my comfort zone right now, and so now I'm at a point where I'm like, okay, something's got to give. I've got to change. Something's got to happen here because I'm not exactly where I want to be. Okay, so I've got to get the tools to get me back where I need to. So here's what I started doing. I started running again. Okay, I started making sure I was eating healthy. I started making sure that I was focusing on the things I'm grateful for, the things that bring me joy, not the things that don't, or the things that I don't have, or the things that not and can't and don't and that stuff's, I'm pushing it away. Okay, I'm surrounding myself with things that I know are gonna pull me back to where I need to be so that I can start eating that elephant one bite at a time again. So Self-Care Saturday, if you find yourself in a moment of self-sabotaging, or you find yourself in a moment of momentum, either keep going, okay? Or if you're in a self-sabotaging moment, bring yourself out of it. Do something to get yourself out of it. Refocus yourself. Get yourself excited somehow. Dance party. Last night we actually had a huge dance party and it was a lot of fun. And I feel better. I feel so much better just because of a dance party. Okay, guys? So, whatever it is that you need to do, go do it today. I'm excited. Thanks for sticking with me on Self-Care Saturday. Thanks for joining, and I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. I don't know what it's like for you, but out here it's supposed to be around in the 60s, so I'm kind of excited because it's been a little bit chilly and snow is coming our way again. So, you guys stay strong. Happy Self-Care Saturday. We'll talk to you soon.